In this video I will use a new tool, do a bit of gluing, go into the shed, film sideways on the green screen, and the test footage turns out better than the first time around. In episode 15 I filmed against green screen and the wing fell off. The original rig used magnets to keep it in place. The composited footage looked okay, but I hit a few sins with motion blur. If you look at it without, the footage is shaky because the magnets allowed the flying robot to move around, and in the freeze frame the wing rod looks bad when it crosses the wing. So in the rebuild I will change the rig to have the whole model supported by a permanent stay in the rear. I will move and straighten the wing rods, which are thinner, and make the tail plane flat, not across, and try to get it to rock back and forth. So I have taken both wings off now. And I'm going to use my new toy I bought off Amazon, a high-speed rotating tool that I have had my eye on for a while now. Listen to this. So I could have used a blade instead of the bit that I believe was intended to be used for engraving. Anyway, I have cut little grooves and now I'm going to glue in the new wing rods for flapping the wings. Then I'm just going to use cardboard to repair the wings. As I do that, let me give a shout out to one of my favourite YouTube channels, Slice of Life, which is a production diary for two Croatian filmmakers who made short film with aesthetic, styling and production techniques heavily influenced by the film Blade Runner. But what I really like is that they built all the sets and miniatures in their own workshop, and it looks absolutely amazing. The quality of their work is stunning. These videos are direct inspiration for me embarking on my own grandiose project, which is currently beyond my skill level, but I hope to grow into it. Anyway, the channel is called Slice of Life. Check out the behind the scenes, links in the description. So I thought about using a metal hinge instead of the folded cardboard, but I figure if I use sellotape along the hinge line, then that should be okay. So just using pegs here to hold the repaired wing in place as the glue dries. If you do take a look at the Slice of Life channel, I would be curious as to what you think. Leave a comment in the comments below. So as I use some plaster to smooth the wings, notice I have glued a straightened paper clip to the back of the frame. Just painting on some gesso undercoat. Then Battleship Grey. Then I take this half a peg and I will glue it on the back here. And then I have a nut that goes through the little loop I made with the paper clip to hold it in place. So then I paint the wing rods and the swinger and the back rod green screen green. Then I head back into the shed for my second try at filming on the green screen. So this is dinky. I made this little foot pedal to swing the tail plane back and forth. Then I screw on the vertical stay to my sawhorse. And I extend the wing rods with a longer piece of wire and rubber bands. Then, so I can key them out later, I cover the red rubber band with green wall tack, which people use to stick their posters to the wall. Oh, silly me, I put the pedal in the wrong place, so I'll attach it on the correct side. So the issue here is that the weight of the whole model actually bends the rear rod, it sags. So the new plan, I will keep it level with a loop of fishing line. So I screw a hook into the ceiling, then a loop of fishing line around the fuselage. I must recommend this book, Green Screen Made Easy. Look, I will admit I'm an amateur, making this up as I go along. This book has been really useful for professional techniques and background information, including this tip, filming sideways. Because the full length of the flap is tall and narrow, doing this effectively doubles the resolution I can film in. You should do this for full length filming of people on green screen too. First things first, the rubber bands slip around a bit under the green tack, which is too big and will be a problem keying from certain angles. We'll need a better solution. Also, it's really hard to get a natural rotation around the center using these two wing rods. We'll have to rethink the way I will do this. So let me try the foot pedal. That really does not work either. Flapping the wings while doing that is really counterintuitive, and I've not been precise enough in making the pedal. That too will need a rethink. Anyway, let's take a look at a chunk of the keyed stationary footage. The resolution is good, and I was better at masking and keying this time. What is obvious here is that the wings lean forward, and I don't get the kind of rowing boat motion I have in mind. I mean, I could change the design and glue the pivot upright so that it can't rotate back and forth, but I don't want to do that. I will try a new rig also for the back and forth motion of the tail plane. Let's try a flyby at 100% scale, at 75% scale, at 50% scale, then one at 25%. I like that one. And lastly, let me put on some motion blur for each flyby. If I do make a better model that looks good under close-up, I can still use this one in the mid and long shots. I'm kind of attached to the model now. So next video I will glue on rivets and paint the side tunnel set. Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe. The bottom right video is the last video where the wing fell off on my first attempt at green screen. The other two the YouTube algorithm has chosen. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.